The Investigation of the Assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Performance of the Intelligence Agencies. Book 5. Appendix B. The FBI and the Destruction of the Oswald Note. In early July 1975, a Dallas newsman met with former FBI Special Agent in charge for Dallas, J. Gordon Shanklin. The newsman informed Shanklin that an unidentified source had told him that Lee Harvey Oswald had visited the FBI office in Dallas some time prior to the assassination and had left a threatening note for Special Agent James Hosty, who had been conducting the FBI investigation of Oswald. The newsman stated that neither Oswald's visit nor the note were reported to FBI headquarters officials. Shanklin suggested that the newsman contact Deputy Associate Director James Adams at FBI headquarters. On July 7, 1975, the newsman met in Washington, D.C. with Adams and Director Kelly and informed them of these allegations. The Attorney General was advised on July 8, 1975, that the Bureau intended to conduct an inquiry regarding these allegations. Later that day, Director Kelly held a conference with Adams, Shanklin, the headquarters agent assigned to the assassination case, the assistant director in charge of the inspection division, and the Dallas SAC. The assistant director in charge of the inspection division was assigned personal responsibility for directing the FBI inquiry of the circumstances surrounding the delivery and duplication of the note. The Bureau's initial file review failed to develop any information indicating that Oswald had ever visited the FBI field office in Dallas or that he had left a note. FBI interviews with personnel assigned to the Dallas field office in 1963 established that 1. Lee Harvey Oswald did visit the office some 2 or 3 weeks prior to the assassination. 2. Oswald asked to see S.A. James Hosty, and upon being informed that he was not in, left a note for Hosty. And 3. The note was destroyed after the assassination. The evidence developed by the Bureau contained sharp conflicts. The investigation failed to establish 1. Whether the note was threatening in nature, and 2. At whose instruction the note was destroyed. Rather than attempting to draw conclusions from an evidentiary record replete with factual discrepancies, the committee has decided to set forth in summary fashion the evidence developed by the Bureau and the committee, highlighting those areas where discrepancies exist. The wording of the note. Approximately 1 week or 10 days prior to November 22, 1963, Lee Harvey Oswald appeared at the reception desk in the Dallas field office and asked to see Special Agent James Hosty. After being informed that he was not available, Oswald left an envelope with a note inside for Hosty. The envelope was unsealed, and the note was partly visible. According to the receptionists, the note read as follows, quote, "Let this be a warning. I will blow up the FBI and the Dallas Police Department if you don't stop bothering my wife. Signed, Lee Harvey Oswald." End quote. Sometime later in the day, the receptionists personally gave the note to Hosty. Hosty recalled the note's wording as, quote, "If you have anything you want to learn about me, come talk to me directly. If you don't cease bothering my wife, I will take appropriate action and report this to proper authorities." End quote. Hosty's supervisor said he recalled that the note contained some kind of threat, but could not remember the specifics. Footnote: The supervisor stated that the note was on plain paper, was either handwritten or hand-printed, and was threatening in nature. End footnote. Aside from the receptionist, Agent Hosty, and the supervisor, no one else interviewed by the FBI recalled having seen the note. Some other individuals indicated that from conversations they had had with the receptionist after the assassination, they understood that the note contained a threat. Circumstances surrounding the destruction of the note. After reading the note, Hosty placed it in his work box, where it remained until the day of the assassination. On the day of the assassination, Hosty participated in an interview of Oswald at the Dallas Police Department. When he returned to the field office about an hour later, Hosty was called into Shanklin's office, where he met with his supervisor and Shanklin. One of them displayed the note and asked Hosty to explain its contents. Hosty told them he had interviewed Marina Oswald at the residence of Ruth Paine on November 1st, 1963. According to Hosty, during the post-assassination interview at the Dallas Police Department, Oswald commented that Hosty was the FBI agent who had bothered his wife, and that if the agent wanted to know something about Oswald, he should have come and talked to Oswald himself. According to Hosty, Shanklin ordered him to prepare a memorandum detailing facts pertaining to the note and his interview with Marina Oswald and Ruth Paine. Hosty testified that he did prepare such a memorandum and delivered it to Shanklin on the evening of November 22, 1963. Hosty's supervisor said that he had found the note in Hosty's work box very soon after the assassination of President Kennedy. He stated that he took the note to Shanklin's office, but had no recollection of what happened to the note or who may have had it thereafter. According to Hosty, approximately 2 hours after Oswald had been pronounced dead on November 24th, his supervisor told him that Shanklin wanted to see him. Hosty testified that he was instructed by Shanklin to destroy both the note and the November 22nd memorandum regarding it, and that he complied with these instructions. Footnote: Deputy Associate FBI Director James B. Adams testified before the Subcommittee on Civil and Constitutional Rights of the House Committee on the Judiciary, 10/21/75, that the agent who destroyed the note did so to, quote, avoid embarrassment to the Bureau, end quote. Shanklin denied any knowledge of Oswald's visit to the Dallas office and the note. He also maintained that he did not issue any orders to destroy the note. In fact, Shanklin claimed that he had no knowledge of this entire matter until July 1975. Footnote: However, a recently retired special agent, in an affidavit submitted to the Bureau, stated that he mentioned the note and the destruction to Shanklin while driving with him in a car in August 1974. End footnote. The personnel assigned to the Dallas office in November 1963 do not know whether anyone at FBI headquarters was ever informed of the Oswald visit, note, or subsequent events. However, William Sullivan, who was an assistant director of the Bureau at the time of the assassination, has stated that he discussed the Oswald case many times with Shanklin, and that Shanklin stated, quote, he had an internal problem involving one of his agents who had received a threatening message from Oswald, because the agent was investigating Oswald. End quote. Sullivan recalls that Shanklin seemed disinclined to discuss the matter, other than to say he was handling it as a personnel problem with Assistant to the Director John P. Moore. Footnote: Sullivan added that he did not know whether other headquarters officials were aware of the note or that the note had been destroyed. End footnote. Moore has denied under oath any knowledge of the note or its destruction. Similarly, each of the other living Bureau officials in the chain of command of the two investigative divisions which supervised the Kennedy assassination case furnished the Bureau with a sworn statement denying any knowledge of this matter.